Hello, ladies, gentlemen. Every morning when you wake up, life gives you a brand new chance. A chance to be better than you were yesterday. A chance to grow, to learn, to evolve. You don't have to change your whole world overnight. All you need is the courage to take small steps every single day. Improving your personality is not about being someone else. It's about becoming the truest version of you. It's about peeling away the layers of doubt, fear, and insecurity until you meet the person you were always meant to be. So where does it begin? It begins with awareness. Look at yourself honestly, your strengths, your flaws, your habits. Don't criticize yourself. Understand yourself. Because growth only begins when you stop judging who you are and start nurturing who you can become. Every day, try to learn something new. Read a page, listen to a story, talk to someone who sees the world differently. Knowledge not only feeds the mind, it shapes your soul. The more you learn, the more you understand. And the more you understand, the kinder you become. Be mindful of your words. The way you speak reflects what's inside you. So choose words that heal, not hurt, that build, not break. Because people may forget your face, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Practice empathy not as an act, but as a habit. When you listen to others without judgment, when you try to feel what they feel, you begin to grow in compassion. And compassion is the most beautiful part of a person's character. Learn to be calm in chaos. Life will test you. People will disappoint you. But maturity is measured not by how loud you react, but by how gently you respond. Breathe before you speak. Pause before you decide. Not everything deserves your energy. Save it for what truly matters. Take responsibility for your actions. Apologize when you're wrong. Forgive when you've been hurt. And move forward without bitterness. Because a beautiful personality is built on humility. The quiet strength to admit, I can do better. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, not those who drain your spirit. And just as importantly, be that person for others. Be someone who encourages, inspires, and celebrates others' success. Remember, improving your personality isn't a one-day project. It's a lifelong journey. It's about progress, not perfection. Some days you'll rise high, other days you'll stumble, and both are part of growth. The secret is to keep moving, to keep evolving, keep learning, keep loving. Because every day you choose kindness over anger, patience over ego, understanding over judgment. You're shaping the best version of yourself. So, start today. Smile more. Listen deeply. Be grateful. Be humble. And above all, be real. Because the most powerful personality is not the loudest one. It's the one that quietly radiates goodness, touches hearts, and inspires others to grow too. Self-awareness is the beginning of growth. Every journey of transformation begins with one simple yet powerful step, self-awareness. Before you can become who you are meant to be, you must first have the courage to see who you are right now. Most people spend their whole lives running from their flaws, their fears, their past. But true growth doesn't happen when you run away. It happens when you stop, take a deep breath, and look within honestly, fearlessly, compassionately. Self-awareness is not about criticizing yourself. It's about understanding yourself. It's about asking, why do I feel this way? Why do I react like this? What can I learn from this moment? When you begin to ask these questions, you start discovering layers of yourself you never noticed before. You realize that your mistakes don't define you, they guide you. Your fears don't limit you, they teach you where courage is needed. And your insecurities don't make you weak, they remind you that you're human. The most beautiful part of self-awareness is that it turns pain into purpose. It helps you see that every wound, every disappointment, every tear has shaped the person you are today. You stop blaming life for being unfair, and you start understanding that even the hard moments had something to teach you. Growth begins when you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? Because awareness transforms pain into wisdom, and wisdom transforms you. Every morning, look in the mirror, not to judge your reflection, but to meet your truth. Ask yourself, am I being kind? Am I growing or just going through the motions? Am I the person I want to be, or am I becoming someone else's version of me? Be honest, be gentle, be curious. The world will tell you who you should be, but only self-awareness will remind you who you truly are. It's not easy. Self-reflection often brings discomfort. It reveals the parts of you that still need healing. But remember, discomfort is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's the voice that says, here is where you need to grow. And the more you practice awareness, the more peaceful you become. You stop overreacting. You stop needing validation. You stop comparing your path with others because you finally understand your journey is uniquely yours. Growth doesn't mean you'll be perfect. It means you'll be conscious. It means you'll start choosing your responses instead of being controlled by them. You'll start taking responsibility instead of placing blame. You'll start living with purpose instead of habit. When you are aware of your thoughts, you can change them. When you are aware of your emotions, you can master them. When you are aware of your values, you can live by them. That's the quiet power of awareness. It gives you back control over your life. So take a moment today. Close your eyes. Listen to your heart. Ask it what it needs, what it fears, what it dreams of. That conversation, the one between you and yourself, is where true growth begins. Because before you can change your world, you must first understand yourself. Keep learning every day. The most beautiful minds are not the ones that know everything, they're the ones that keep learning. Every single day is a new page, a new chance, a new lesson. And when you stop learning, you stop growing. We often think learning only happens in classrooms, through books or from teachers. But the truth is, life itself is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. Every experience, every person, every mistake carries a lesson. The question is, are you willing to learn? Sometimes the lessons come wrapped in joy, a success, a compliment, a breakthrough. But sometimes they come wrapped in pain, a failure, a rejection, a heartbreak. And in those moments, it's easy to close your heart and say, why me? But the real question should be, what is this trying to teach me? Because every challenge you face is not here to break you, it's here to shape you. Every setback is a hidden classroom. Every fall is a silent teacher. Keep learning. Learn from people who inspire you, but also learn from people who challenge you. Sometimes, those who hurt you teach you resilience. Those who doubt you teach you faith. Those who leave you teach you strength. Every person you meet is a reflection showing you something about yourself. Some reflect your light, others your shadows. But both are necessary for your growth. Learning every day means staying curious even when life feels ordinary. Ask questions. Listen deeply. Notice the beauty in small things, the sunrise that paints hope, the laughter of a stranger, the courage in your own reflection after a long, hard day. Don't let your days become a repetition of yesterday. Let each day add something new to who you are. Read a page, watch a documentary, have a conversation with someone who sees the world differently. Try a skill that scares you, because the moment you stop exploring, a part of your spirit starts to fade. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones, it happens in curiosity zones. The more you learn, the more humble you become, because knowledge isn't about showing off how much you know. It's about realizing how much more there is to discover. You see, learning every day isn't just about collecting information. It's about evolving your perspective. It's about learning to listen before you speak, to understand before you judge, to pause before you react. The person who learns every day becomes impossible to break because they turn every experience, even pain, into power. They understand that no moment is wasted if it teaches you something. So, promise yourself you will remain a student of life. You will stay curious. You will keep your mind open and your heart teachable. You will learn from laughter and from tears, from success and from failure, from love and from loss. Because when you choose to learn every day, you are choosing to grow every day. And growth, that quiet, humble, powerful process, is what makes your personality truly shine. So don't wait for a perfect moment to start learning. The moment you open your eyes, the lesson begins. And when you go to bed, reflect on what the day has taught you. Because in the end, your life won't be measured by what you owned, but by what you learned, shared, and became. Choose words that heal, not hurt. Words, they may seem small, but they carry the power to build or break, to heal or to harm. They are invisible threads that connect hearts or cut them apart. And sometimes the difference between a scar and a smile is just one kind word. We live in a world where people speak quickly but listen slowly, where replies come faster than reflection. And in that rush, we forget that every word we speak becomes a part of someone's story. Think about it. How many times has a single word lifted you when you were breaking? And how many times has one careless comment shattered your confidence? That's the power you hold every single day. Your words can be medicine soothing someone's wounds, reminding them they're not alone. Or they can be poison, leaving a mark that time cannot erase. And the choice is always yours. Before you speak, pause. Ask yourself, will my words add peace or pain? Because what you say reveals not just your thoughts, but your heart. There's beauty in speaking softly, in choosing kindness even when it's hard. There's strength in silence when anger rises. And there's grace in understanding that your voice can either bless or bruise someone's soul. Sometimes we underestimate the impact of small words, a simple "I believe in you," a gentle "I'm here," or a quiet "it's okay." To you, they may sound ordinary, but to someone fighting their unseen battles, they can mean everything. You don't need grand speeches to inspire others. You just need sincerity. A kind word spoken from the heart travels farther than any loud opinion ever will. Remember, broken people don't need your judgment, they need your gentleness. Angry people don't need your arguments, they need your patience. And sad people don't need your pity, they need your presence. The world has enough noise, enough criticism, enough bitterness. Be the voice that calms, not the one that wounds. Be the voice that reminds others of their worth, not one that questions it. Every time you speak with kindness, you plant a seed. And that seed can bloom in places you'll never even see. Maybe your words today will give someone the courage to keep going. Maybe they'll remind someone that light still exists. And the beauty of it is, kind words don't just heal others, they heal you too. When you speak with compassion, you fill your own soul with peace. You attract positivity. You grow in empathy. And slowly, you become the kind of person whose presence brings calm. So today and every day, speak with intention. Let your voice reflect love. Let your words be gentle even when your heart is tired. Because your voice is a gift, use it to lift others higher. And if you can't find the right words, silence is sometimes the most powerful kindness you can give. Because the mark of a truly beautiful personality is not in how loudly you speak, but in how softly your words touch hearts. Practice empathy and compassion. The world doesn't need more successful people, it needs more kind people. People who see beyond faces, beyond words, beyond appearances, and truly feel what another heart is going through. Empathy and compassion are not weaknesses, they are superpowers, the kind that heal, connect, and transform lives. Because when you choose to be kind, you're not just helping someone else, you're also nurturing your own soul. We often assume that strong people are the ones who speak the loudest or stand the tallest. But strength lies quietly in the hearts of those who choose understanding over judgment, who choose patience over pride, who choose to listen even when they're hurting too. Sometimes all a person needs is someone to say, I see you, I understand, you're not alone. No advice, no lecture, just presence. Because empathy isn't about fixing others, it's about feeling with them. Every single person you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. The one smiling at you may be breaking inside. The one who seems distant may be carrying a story too heavy to tell. So before you judge, pause. Before you speak harshly, breathe. Before you walk away, try to understand. Empathy begins with awareness, the awareness that everyone feels pain differently. Your way of coping may not be theirs. Your strength may not be their story, and that's okay. Compassion is not about grand gestures, it's in the little things. A smile to a stranger, a message to someone who's been quiet, a kind word to someone who failed, a listening ear to someone who feels invisible. These small moments don't just change others, they change you. The more you practice compassion, the softer your heart becomes. And yet, the stronger your spirit grows. Because empathy doesn't drain you, it grounds you. It reminds you of what truly matters humanity. We live in a world where people compete to be important. But the most important people are those who make others feel valued. Be that person, the one who lifts others without expecting anything in return. The one who doesn't need recognition to be kind. And yes, there will be times when your kindness is misunderstood. Your compassion is taken for weakness. Your empathy is not returned. But don't let that harden your heart. You don't show kindness because others deserve it. You show kindness because you do. Because your empathy reflects your strength, not your scars. Your compassion reveals your light, not your limits. One day, your simple act of care might save someone's life, might reignite their hope, might remind them that goodness still exists. And maybe they'll pass it on, creating a ripple of kindness this world so desperately needs. So today, choose empathy. Choose to see through the eyes of others. Choose to listen with your heart. Choose to love even when it's hard. Because at the end of it all, no one will remember how perfect you were, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Respond calmly, not react emotionally. Life will test you. People will disappoint you. Situations will push you to your limits. In those moments, it's easy to let anger, frustration, or hurt take control. It's easy to react impulsively, to say things you later regret, to lash out at the ones you care about, to let your emotions dictate your choices. But here's the truth, reacting in the heat of the moment only gives power to what you cannot control, and you deserve to be the one in control of yourself. Responding calmly does not mean being passive or silent. It doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or letting injustice slide. It means choosing your response thoughtfully. It means pausing, breathing, and asking yourself, will this reaction serve me or hurt me? When you respond calmly, you preserve your peace. You protect your energy. You refuse to give away your power to negativity. And in that space between impulse and action, you discover your strength. Imagine the difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is loud, impulsive, and temporary. A response is measured, intentional, and lasting. A reaction may win the moment. A response wins respect, dignity, and self-mastery. Maturity is not shown in how much you can endure. It is shown in how gracefully you handle the storm. The calm heart doesn't deny the storm exists. It simply chooses to navigate through it with clarity and courage. Responding calmly also opens doors to understanding. It allows you to listen when others speak, to consider perspectives you might have ignored, and to solve conflicts instead of escalating them. It transforms tense situations into opportunities for growth. And yes, it's hard. Emotions are strong. Hurt is real. The instinct to defend yourself, to yell, to retaliate, to react, it's natural. But the brave, powerful choice is to respond thoughtfully. Because control over your reactions is control over your life. Every time you respond calmly, You teach others by example. You show that strength is quiet, not loud. You show that dignity is stronger than anger. You show that even in chaos, peace is possible. Your calm response is a reflection of your inner strength, a mirror of the work you've done on your mind, your heart, and your spirit. It proves that your emotions don't own you, you own them. So, when life pushes, when words hurt, when situations spiral, pause, breathe, choose calm, choose clarity, choose strength, because the person who can remain steady in a storm is the person who can rise through any challenge. Progress, not perfection. Too often, we chase perfection. We set impossibly high standards for ourselves, the perfect look, the perfect career, the perfect relationships, the perfect life. And when we fall short, we feel like failures. But the truth is, life isn't about being perfect. Life is about growing, learning, evolving, and moving forward, step by step, even when it's hard. Progress matters far more than perfection. Every day is an opportunity to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Not flawless, not ideal, better, braver, kinder, stronger. That's the beauty of focusing on progress. It allows you to celebrate the small wins, the quiet victories, and the subtle shifts in your life. You may stumble, you may fail, you may say the wrong words or make a mistake that feels huge. That's okay. Mistakes aren't the opposite of progress, they are progress. Each misstep teaches you something you didn't know before. Each failure is a lesson dressed in disguise. And each challenge is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. When you focus on perfection, you risk never starting. You wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. But life doesn't wait. Growth happens in the messy, imperfect, unpredictable journey. Progress allows you to embrace your humanity, while perfection traps you in fear. Celebrate small changes. Appreciate the courage it took to speak up, to try again, to forgive, to keep moving forward. Recognize that learning patience, practicing kindness, or staying calm under pressure is progress in itself. You are evolving even when it doesn't feel monumental. Perfection isolates. It makes you compare yourself to others. Progress liberates. It reminds you that your journey is unique. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need a flawless resume, a flawless smile, or a flawless life. You only need to keep growing one step, one day, one choice at a time. Sometimes, progress is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It happens when you resist the urge to give up. It happens when you keep showing up, even after you've failed. It happens when you choose gratitude over bitterness, courage over fear, love over resentment. And when you start seeing life this way, not as a race to be perfect, but as a journey to grow, you'll find freedom. You'll find joy in your own story. You'll find beauty in your evolution. Remember, no one becomes remarkable overnight. No one becomes wise, compassionate, or confident instantly. It is through consistent effort, patience, reflection, and perseverance that you become the person you are meant to be. So, let go of perfection. Let go of the pressure to be flawless. Focus instead on progress, the small, steady, intentional steps you take every single day. Because a life built on progress, not perfection, is a life full of courage, authenticity, and light. As we reach the end of this journey, remember this: improving your personality is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself every single day. It begins with self-awareness, looking within, understanding your strengths, acknowledging your flaws, and embracing your truth. It grows through learning, through curiosity, through listening, through taking in every lesson life offers, whether it comes wrapped in joy or in pain. It is shaped by the words you speak, choosing kindness, choosing healing, and refusing to hurt others, even when it's hard. It is strengthened by empathy and compassion, connecting with others' hearts, lifting them up, and realizing that caring for others enriches your own soul. It is tested in the storms, responding calmly instead of reacting impulsively, keeping your peace and showing the quiet strength of maturity. And it is perfected through progress, celebrating every small step forward, forgiving yourself for mistakes, and understanding that growth is more important than perfection. Every day is a choice to learn, to love, to grow, to be better than you were yesterday. You don't need to be flawless. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be intentional. Personality is not a mask you wear for the world. It is the reflection of your heart, your mind, and your spirit. It is your kindness when no one is watching, your courage when fear surrounds you, and your light in moments of darkness. So, promise yourself today that you will keep growing, keep learning, keep speaking with love, keep showing compassion, and keep moving forward. That you will embrace your journey, celebrate your progress, and honor your humanity. Because the world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs more real people. People who inspire by being authentic. People who uplift by being kind. People who shine by growing every day. And when you choose to do this, you don't just improve your personality. You transform your life. You become a light that touches others, a heart that inspires hope, and a soul that makes the world a better place.